Strumming bar chords, playing off beat. Two tricky things. We combine them together in one song. That was Shantytown, and it's a tricky one. So I'm not even going to play the whole song right now. I don't have the words in front of me, but I'm going to play some of the song. I'm going to show you the bar chords. I'm going to play off the beat in a way that you can play along to. And hopefully that will be helpful. So the first thing we're going to do is just review what the three chords are in the song. There's the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. They're all major. And this song is in the key of A flat major. A flat major, a little bit of a tricky one. So we're going to use 3 bar chords. The first one we're going to do, we're going to bar on fret 3. Okay, and then we're going to make an F major chord shape. So our index finger is barring fret 3, and our thumb should be behind there, giving it support, just like a capo would, right? We pinch, and then our middle finger is going to go on the 1st fret of the E string, and our ring finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the G string. Just like that, an F chord shape, but up 3 frets. Okay, so it should sound like that. If it sounds like this, you're not pinching hard enough. It should ring out even though we're barring. If it sounds kind of like this, like dull, you need to work on your bar chords. It takes a little time. So there's our first chord. It's an F major chord shape, but we've moved it up 3 frets. Okay, and the next 2 shapes are the same. They are an A major chord shape, but they are on fret 4 and fret 6. That's our 4 chord, D flat, and our 5 chord, E flat. So we have a very small change. We go from our F chord shape to a chord shape, and we stay there for those 2 chords. So that's fairly simple as bar chords go. The cool thing about bar chords is because we are covering all the strings, as soon as we lift our fingers up, our bar finger and the other fingers, kill all the sounds. We get that nice choppy reggae sound that we're looking for. So before you worry about playing off the beat, just practice playing those chords like we did in class. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. That's how it is for the whole song. And it's how it is for at least one other reggae song that I could think of right now as well. So, and 3 Little Birds uses, like, a lot of reggae songs are quite simple in terms of the chords they're using. So, so those are the 3 chords. We got our A flat, our D flat, and our E flat. Okay, now playing off the beat. This is where it can get a little tricky. So I'm going to play through it a little bit. You're going to notice that I'm gently, very gently, touching my finger to the strings on the downbeat. 1 and 2. I don't have to, but I like to fill in the sound because I'm playing by myself. Well, what I'm going to do is just play through the chord progression a bunch of times, counting out loud so that you can play along as well and kind of get the feel of playing on the offbeat a little bit. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 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 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 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 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there you go. That little pattern will be hopefully helpful for you to play along with. if you're starting to feel like that's making sense, like playing along on the ands of each beat, if you're not very familiar with Shantytown, you want one that's a little slower and a little more familiar, let's play through the chorus of Stir It Up by Bob Marley. But we'll keep it in the same key as Shantytown. We're going to go a 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. Oh yeah, stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. Baby, stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. Oh yeah. One more time. Stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. Oh yeah. So hopefully playing through that chorus a few times will help you kind of get a feel for playing off the beat. I really find it helpful to physicalize this, whether I'm sitting or standing, rather than 1, 2, getting really locked in my brain, putting it in my body. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and very good idea to put some movement in with the playing. It just I find for myself it's very helpful. So that's the first little lesson on playing off the beat and playing those bar chords. I want to add that if you are not into playing bar chords, if your body does not allow you to for medical reasons, there are other ways you can do it. So the way that I showed you in class up on the whiteboard is you can play an A flat chord like this. You basically can make a G major chord shape, move it up 1 fret, and don't play the G string. I guess you could put your thumb there. No, that's tricky. So just play these 3 strings. And then the D flat shape. Oops, what is it? There it is. Oops. There it is. And then we move that chord shape up 2 frets for E flats. So a G major chord shape, but on the 3rd and 4th fret. And then we move up to the 4th fret and the 5th fret. We have middle finger on the A string, 4th fret, index finger on the E string, 4th fret, ring finger on the C string, 5th fret. And then we slide that up 2 frets to make that last chord. So that is the other way that you can play those chords, but you have to leave out the G string. So it's much harder to get that because you have to avoid the string. So I find it messy. I do want to talk about using a capo. So I have put together a capo info sheet called What the Heck is a Capo and Should I Buy One? I'm going to print that out for you guys next week, but I'm also going to put it on the website tonight. It has information on how capos work. It has a capo Q&A. It has a little chord chart table so you can see some common keys and what happens if you put a capo on fret 1 and what happens if you capo fret 2, capo fret 3. So that might be handy for those of you thinking of using a capo. And then I also found this online, which just shows the 3 most basic chords that we use, C, F, G, and A minor, and what chord names they turn into with a capo on various different frets. So I think this will all be a lot of information for you, but I'm just going to leave you with one really quick thing, a little quick exercise that you can try. Whether or not you want to read through all of that, that's your choice. If you have a capo, though, I want you to try this with Shantytown. So the first thing we're going to do is practice playing it with the bar chords. Rude boys, we've been away, Shantytown. Them rude when they get out of jail, Shantytown. then, if you have a capo, I want you to practice. This song uses 3 chords, the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. All right, in the key of A flat, that's A flat, D flat, and E flat. Now what I'm going to get you to do, if you have a capo, is play a G chord, a C chord, and a D chord. In the key of G, that's the 1, the 4, and the 5. Okay, now if we're just playing it like that, open, we can't play along with Desmond because he's doing it in the key of A flat. But A flat is only 1 semitone higher than G. So if we put our capo on the 1st fret and we play G, C, D, if we play those chord shapes, they have now become A flat, D flat, E flat. Them rude boys we bat away, shanty town. Shanty town. So I want you to practice playing along with the recording. If you have a capo, put it on fret 1 and try it with G, C, and D chord shapes. Okay? So that hopefully will give you some idea of how a capo works. This might be a question that comes up for you. Can I play these shapes that I learned with the bar chords? The short answer is yes, but they're also going to be a semitone higher. So if I'm playing this A flat chord shape that I made, it is now not an A flat anymore. It's a B. Or sorry, it's an A. And that is not going to work with the recording of Desmond Dekker that I'm going to send you. Although he has made other recordings, as we found out in class, that were in the key of A. So yeah, if you're like, oh, I love these bar chords, but I want to play along to this other recording, then yeah, you can put the capo on. So yeah, you can combine a capo with playing bar chords, absolutely. But once you put a capo on, it shifts every single chord that you're going to play a semitone higher for each fret that you put it on. So 1 semitone, 2 semitones, 3 semitones, etc. You want to put the capo just behind the fret, not on it, because that makes it sound, that weird buzzy sound, especially on the G string. That's yucky. So we want to put it right behind the fret for a nice sound. You may find that you need to retune a little bit if you put the capo on, and that's totally normal. So if you have a capo, give it a try. If you don't, I would say your reasons for getting one, if you're really serious about playing, you want to play a lot, you want to play with other people, or you just want to play along to a song, but maybe that song has always been too low for you and you're like, ugh, I don't know how to fix this, then a capo is, or if it's been too high for you as well, it's a really good tool, very cheap and easy tool to fix it. It's also a great tool in that if you have a capo, you have to learn fewer chord shapes. And if you're more about like, oh, I want to sing my song, I want to sing easy songs, I don't really want to learn a lot of technique, I just want to keep it super simple, then this is going to be your best friend. And there's no shame in using a capo. It's not cheating. It is absolutely legit. It's just another tool that we use to make our instrument work for us. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, hopefully all this information that I found and made will help you. But if it doesn't, then we'll spend some more time talking about it in class. So good luck. The last thing that I want to do is just go over the beautiful pattern that we were learning. That's the new arpeggio meditation that's called floating loop. So I'll just quickly demo. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm going to just show you the chords that we were playing the other day. So here's our first chord, a C major 7, but just a different voicing of it. Really pretty one. When we play our usual C major 7, we're just putting a finger on the A string, fret 2. And it's really pretty. But when we put our finger on the E string as well, it just brings these two strings a lot closer together in pitch, and it's just a really nice, beautiful voicing of that chord. Okay. The second chord we were learning for that song was way up on the 5th fret and the 7th fret. So index finger on the 5th fret of the A string, ring finger on the 7th fret of the E string. Very pretty as well. And the last one is an F chord shape. But instead of our usual 2-finger F chord, we're also going to put a finger down on the A string, fret 3. Again, just a different way of voicing this chord. Okay? So practice those chord shapes. Really pretty chords. And now I'm going to show you the picking pattern really quickly. So when we're doing the arpeggio meditation, we were using 1 finger per string. We're still doing that for this song. But now we're going thumb, index, and then we're plucking the E string and the A string together. So we're plucking the E string with our middle finger and the A string with our ring finger. And then we're going back to the C string with our index finger. So the whole pattern goes thumb, index, 2 strings together, index. And if I'm going to break that down and go slower, thumb, index, 2 fingers, index. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. If that's really confusing to you, start by doing 1 string at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, on beat 3, pluck those 2 strings together. If that's confusing you, then just start by taking your 3rd finger and your 4th finger and practice plucking those until that feels comfortable. And then add the pattern back in. I can practice this on my table. Thumb, index, those 2 fingers, index. Over and over and over to strengthen my fingers. Now I'm trying it with my left hand. It's feeling a lot harder because I'm not left-handed. So it's great finger strengthening exercise to just sit there and practice until it becomes second nature. That's how I learned to do Travis picking and finger picking. So give that a try. Get used to that picking, plucking pattern. And we'll keep working on it next week.